The guys from Panic at the Disco are on their way here to tell us all about their new single.
We're all ready for the game. We gotta touch that before we do it. Right on.
Our guests this week were out on the road with Blink-182 this summer, and now they have a new single on the Jennifer's Body soundtrack called New Perspective. Panic at the Disco, what's up?
How's it going?
How are you guys? Welcome to the Pop Show.
Thank you very much.
You excited to be here?
Yeah.
I'm excited to have you here.
Thanks.
Great. We have a lot to talk about, but of course you need to address the new version of Panic at the Disco.
Yes.
So
Version 2.0.
2.0, I like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
So what happened? What went down? Tell us the deal.
Well, basically, you know, the four of us, the original members, were, you know, just talking, and we kind of decided that we were all headed different directions musically. So Ryan and John decided to, you know, do their own new musical, you know, adventure, excursion, as, you know, they would say. And yeah, it's actually kind of great. It's, it didn't end on any bad terms at all, so we kind of lucked out on that, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it was amicable.
Yes.
Yes.
Very.
And now you guys are rocking out a whole new Panic.
Yeah.
So what's the sound going to be like? Is it going to be, like, what can fans expect?
Well, we, you know, we want to do a few songs that are kind of a mix of the first two records. You know, we want to, in retrospect, kind of do some stuff that we did on the first record, like, you know, random string arrangements and stuff like that, and maybe bring back some electronic instruments. I don't know, we'll see. But
Very cool.
yeah, there's some songs that sound like loungy type, Sinatra type things, and then there's like some classic rock type Who stuff, you know. So it's kind of
Great.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wow. It's a little Sinatra.
Yeah, that's kind of ambitious to say, but it's, you know, it's,
Why
it's
not?
cool.
Little blue eyes never hurt no one.
Exactly. Nope.
That's really cool.
Oh, thanks.
Now the other thing we also have to talk about, I heard the exclamation point is back. That's big news.
That's the huge
that's
news.
the biggest news.
That's why
actually.
we're here.
Yeah, that is.
Basically.
Thank you for explaining the significance of that.
Yeah.
But for real, why did you guys decide to put that back in?
Well, you know, it was something that we missed.
Yeah.
You know, we had enough of it being out of the name, and I don't know, it really, there wasn't, you know, a ton of significance, but we just thought it was a fun thing that we never really wanted to leave, so we figured why not bring it back.
Well, I'm glad you guys brought it back.
Thank
Thanks.
I'm sure your fans are too, and we're going to find out in a minute.
you. Oh, okay.
But
Sweet.
I want to talk about the new song, New Perspective, and I read that, Brendon, that it was based on you had this crazy, intense dream, and you woke up and you were inspired to write the song, so what was the dream about?
Oh, it was so many things. I'm the worst at explaining it, so that's why I had to put it in a song. I, you know, as best I could, tried to, you know, I woke up from this lucid dream, and it just seemed so real. And it was kind of about, we were living in Las Vegas at the time, and we've just recently moved to California, and it was kind of about that, like moving out, you know, near the beach, and it involved a lot of people. Me and Spence were involved in it. We were hanging out, having.
I was
buds.
there.
He was there.
Aren't you flattered that you were in the dream?
I am. It says a lot,
honored?
you know? It's
Say
like,
a lot, yeah.
you know, we spend enough time together, and even in his dreams.
Have you ever had a
He's still
dream with
with me.
Brendon in it? I mean, is it a mutual
I'm sure
dream
I have.
reciprocation?
Don't tell him about it.
Okay. No, I've never had one.
Oh, bummer. All right.
Oh, well.
And then what about the video? We're going to check that out in a second, but so tell me the concept of the video.
Well, it's basically, you know, it's kind of revolves around the title of the song. We are going through a high school, not necessarily in high school, but we're walking through, and there ends up being a lot of situations that could be harmful to us, and somehow we walk straight through them without being harmed. And then at the end, you know, looks like it was a new outlook on everything, and didn't really happen the way we thought it did. So it's kind of the...
Well, let's make sure to check that out right now. It's the latest from Panic at the Disco with New Perspective. And I like how you guys have that, like, Reservoir Dogs. Welcome back to the Pop Show. I'm here with Panic at the Disco. So, guys, let's dive in and talk about the music and the new record. And we talked about there's a little Frank Sinatra, some Who. You know, what were some of your influences for the record? Like, where did this Frank Sinatra come from, the lounge aspect of it?
Yeah.
I want to hear more about that.
Great. Well, I mean, it is kind of, I don't know, we have a, I guess, a very weird range of music. We, you know, we can listen to Frank Sinatra, and then we can listen to The Who, and then we can listen to, like, Kanye or something. I don't know. It's just like a totally different, you know, if it's good, in our opinion. So, you know, it's Frank Sinatra is kind of like everywhere. You know, you hear his songs in commercials, or you see it, you hear it in movies.
Of course, he's an icon. And
Exactly.
He's influenced so many artists.
Right.
So it makes sense, actually.
Right. Well, so, you know, it's, you know, we just wanted to have fun with it, and that was something that we haven't really done. We like to croon. So,
Cool,
it'll be cool.
nice. Now, what about the recording process itself? So what is that going to be like now with the new band lineup? And
well, you know, I think it's going to be, you know, it's a little bit different because it's just the two of us. But Brendon's just a great guitar player. That you know, it's a talent that not everybody that knows about. So.
I heard you play a main ukulele as well.
That's true.
Might be a rumor.
From time to time, yeah.
Okay.
That's true. So there could be some ukulele making its way onto the record, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, we're almost done writing, and hopefully in October, November, we'll record and be able to put out new music in the beginning of next year.
Great. And I heard that you guys, you know, you toured with Blink-182, but I heard that Mark Hoppus might be producing a track. Is that the case? That's cool.
Yeah, we talked to him a couple times on tour, and we actually found out, like, I think through Twitter, that he was definitely going to do it.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Because we had talked
Confirmed through a tweet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
we kind of talked about it, and then yeah, we showed him a few songs, and he didn't tell us which one exactly he wanted to work on, but he seemed excited to work on at least one of them. So.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that flattering?
Oh, it's very
That's
surreal.
great.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, Blink-182.
Right?
It's one of the best. Love them.
Totally.